Hello there, very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News, coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studio here in Colombo. Before we go into your stories in detail, here's a look at the headlines.
Military protection for all power plants and sub-power stations. Norochole coal power plant to recommence generation of electricity tonight, a statement from the Ministry of Power and Renewable Energy. National Water Supply and Drainage Board says there is a difficulty in providing a continuous water supply to many areas. Compensation for 12,000 state sector workers who were victims of political vengeance.
Bodies of 4 persons have been discovered from a 3-story house down Kauduana Road in Dehiwala. Police suspect that the individuals have died following electrocution. Police added that the bodies were found in different places in the ground floor of the house. Police went on to note that the mother, father and 13-year-old daughter and another relative, also a girl, had died. Police media unit said that the Dehiwala police is conducting further investigations. Military spokesman Brigadier Jana Jayavira said that army troops have been deployed to provide security for all Ceylon Electricity Board installations and substations in the country. He added that the member of the 3 armed forces were deployed this morning following a request made by the Secretary to the Ministry of Power and Renewable Energy. President Maithripala Sirisena on Monday directed to deploy army troops to provide security for all Ceylon Electricity Board installations and substations in the country after an explosion in a transformer at the Biagama substation which caused an island-wide power cut. The Ministry of Power and Renewable Energy says that the generators at the Norochole power plant will be put back into operation today.
The Secretary of the Ministry of Power and Renewable Energy, Suren Batagoda, said that the generation of electricity will commence from tomorrow morning and will add 300 megawatts to the national electricity grid. The Ceylon Electricity Board announced lengthy daily power cuts nationwide, which will last for a total of 7.5 hours. It said power cuts of 5.5 hours during the day and 2-hour power cuts during the night will be imposed throughout the country. The power cuts will be imposed on the A, B, C, D zones into which the island has been divided into. The CEB stated that the power outages will occur during specific time periods, which are 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m., 12:30 p.m. to 6 p.m., 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., adding that the power cuts are being imposed as a result of the breakdown of the Norochole power plant.
Meanwhile, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board says that there is a difficulty in providing a continuous water supply to many areas across the island owing to intermittent power outages. General Manager of the board, Ranjit Balasuriya, said that this was due to the disruption of the supply of power to water purification plants. However, he added that measures have been taken by the Ceylon Electricity Board to provide electricity throughout the day to the purification plants in Colombo, Galle, Mathura Nigambo and Kandy. Here's a look at a few court proceedings from the Homagama and Colombo Magistrates Court yesterday.
The case pertaining to the disappearance of journalist Prageet Tekneligoda was taken up yesterday at the Homagama Magistrates Court. 4 army personnel were produced as suspects before court.
Various aspects such as the speculation around Prageet's death, including whether he was killed and why a body cannot be found, was spoken about in court today. The court decided to take up the case again on the 29th of March.
The case filed over the illegal trafficking of elephants using fraudulent licenses was taken up at the Colombo Magistrates Court. The owners of the elephants requested permission from court to see the elephant calves that were taken to the custody of the Wildlife Department. Court ordered the Director General of the Wildlife Conservation officials to permit the owners to visit their elephants twice a week. The case will be taken up once again on the 30th of June.
Well, just as it was mentioned on the headlines this afternoon, the Ministry of Public Administration and Management has decided to grant relief to around 12,000 public sector servants who were subject to police vengeance under the previous government. Secretary to the Ministry of Public Administration and Management, J. Dadalgama, stated compensation will be provided upon the report received by the panel appointed to look into the matter. Dadalage also stated that cabinet approval was granted for this initiative.
පසුගිය කාල වකවානු තුල විවිධ දේශපාලනමය අනුවලට මේ පීඩා විඳින ලැබූ රජයේ නිලධාරීන් ඉන්න ඔවුන්ගේ විශාල සංඛ්‍යාවක් ලැබිලා තිබුණා 30000ක වගේ පමණ.
There are a large number of state sector workers who were victimized during the era of the former regime. Nearly 30 of them had filed complaints after we openly called for complaints to be filed. The cabinet appointed a committee from our ministry to identify such individuals and provide them with compensation. In addition to that, this committee formed subcommittees in other ministries as well, so that this matter could be further investigated and proposals made to the cabinet. The cabinet has accepted these proposals. We will inform the relevant secretaries during the course of this week to pay compensation to victims of political harassment. Most of the complaints received cite transfers due to political agendas, removal from service, non-receival of salary increments and suitable promotions not being awarded.
සමහර අය සේවාව අහිමි කිරීම තියෙනවා. ඒකට සමහර අයගේ වැටුප් වර්ධකයන් එහෙම නොදීම, සමහර අයට සාමාන්‍ය අවශ්‍ය උසස් වීම නොදීම වගේ කරුණු තමයි තියෙන්නේ.
Police had shot a thief in the leg when he attempted to break into a store down Borella Road in Panipite de Panama. Police said that the thief had smashed a bottle and attempted to attack the crime's OIC of Maharagama. At that moment, that officer had opened fire on the left leg of the suspect. The suspect was admitted to the Kaluboila Teaching Hospital, and the police media unit said that a police team on crime prevention patrol has moved to the store after they were suspicious about activity as night and the suspect had attempted to attack the police officer at that time. Another suspect has been arrested in connection to the shooting of a pregnant woman in Borella. The police media unit stated that the suspect was apprehended by officers of the Colombo Crimes Division at the entrance to the road leading to the Mathura prison. The 42-year-old suspect is a resident of the Navimana area in Mathura. 10 9mm bullets were found in the suspect's possession. Still in local news, an event was held to felicitate the sportsmen and women who clinched victory at the Paralympic Games recently in Dubai.
This event was graced by Sports Minister Dasiri Jayasekara. Sri Lankan athletes who won 6 gold medals, 4 silver medals and 5 bronze medals were felicitated at this event.
Olympic තරංගාවලිය සඳහා සුසුකම් ලැබුව අයත් මෙතන ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් මම බලන්න.
There are some here who qualified for Olympics. Therefore, I hope all directors of the sports ministry will come together to support them and give them strength for the Olympics and Paralympic Games scheduled for September. We hope to take them forward in order to win more medals to our country. We have a 15-member team that is qualified for the Olympic Games. We will discuss on how to overlook these athletes.
රටට ලොකු ආඩම්බරයක් ඔලිම්පික් තරඟාවලියට යන්න පුළුවන් සුසුකම් තියෙන අය 15 දෙනෙක් විතර කණ්ඩායමක් අපිට ඉන්නේ. මේ 15 දෙනාව කොහොමද අපි බලාගන්නේ කියන කාරණේ අපි සාකච්ඡා කරනවා.
Well, today is day 22 of Sri Lanka's largest public service initiative, the Newsfirst Gum at the Door-to-Door campaign. Supported by the University of Peradeniya, the campaign will take place until the 18th of March. The campaign commenced today in Nuwara, Kegol and Ampara districts.
The Newsfirst Gum at the Door-to-Door campaign continues to reach out to the rural areas of Sri Lanka to inquire into the plethora of issues faced by the people. The Newsfirst Gum at the Door-to-Door campaign in the Kegol district commenced their journey from the Panala temple in Bulotko, Pitia. The locals present at the premises raised their issues, and following which the team set off to the most rural of places in Kekol. Preparations are being made to later tour to Hathagoda, Adros, Heniland, Panula North and Ambuwata. The Newsfirst team based in the Kandy district commenced today's leg of the journey from Samanlagama in Hatton. Following a ceremony, the team divided into two teams and moved towards Samanlagama and Samanlagama-Kudagama areas. The team, which was dispatched to inquire into the issues of the people in Ampara district, commenced its journey from Thavalakade. The main issue in the area was the lack of proper water source.
Morning. As we commence day 3 here in the Ampara district from Newsfirst door-to-door campaign, we are currently at Nenakadu. Now, when we spoke to these villagers, one main concern that they raised was that they are faced with the threat of wild elephant approaches into their villages. And they said that many of their cultivations, along with even people or villagers in this area, have been severely affected by the wild elephants in this area. And also on the other side, they say due to the brick industry being very prevalent here in this village, the dust as well as the threat of crocodiles is very high in this area. Now, these were some of the issues that these villagers raised to us, and they said that they would like if a solution is given to this long-lasting issue. Reporting from the Ampara district, I'm Joel Outskun for Newsfirst. First Gum at the door-to-door team is currently in the district of Ampara, and one of the first villages that we visited today is the Savalakade village, which we are currently in. Now, the main issue facing the people of Savalakade is the issue of drinking water. Imagine surviving a week of water stored in this tank, and that is only if you have 1,500 rupees to spare. If you have 1,500 rupees, the Pradesh Sabha comes once a week and fills this tank. Unless you have 1,500 rupees, you have very little to survive on. Imagine surviving a week on 6 pots of water that are this size. That is the only thing that is offered to these people free of charge by the Pradesh Sabha. So, a drinking water scheme is what is necessary for the people of Savalakade. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Ramesh Shilgalbasa.
Gum at the door-to-door, a national public service initiative.
The unparalleled island-wide campaign, Gum at the door-to-door. Newsfirst, Sri Lanka's largest and most influential news provider, together with the University of Peradeniya, takes the unprecedented step. Walking from home to home, asking people this one simple question: what would make your life better? From the 24th of February to the 18th of March, covering all 25 districts, ensuring the very last home in each village is covered. A revolutionary campaign with one aim: giving a voice to the voiceless.
Well, that's a wrap of Lunchtime News. Remember, to stay ahead, you need to stay close to Newsfirst. For that, you simply need to log on to our website, www.newsfirst.lk, or even if you want to keep a close tab of the stories that were mentioned today and much more, you can follow our Twitter handle at @newsfirst_en. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Your latest news update will come your way at 1:55. Take care.